Shalom, everyone. Welcome once again. This is part 2 of a video why the biblical year starts in the southern hemisphere. I never planned to do this, but in the last video, I said, I hope I'm not leaving out anything. And what do you know? After I finished, I realized that I had left out something so very, very important, something that would really put the icing on the cake in showing that the true land of Judah, the land of Israel, Yasharal, was in the south. And I guess it is no accident that it was left out. It is best done by itself. So we're going to do a short video to look at what we left out. Concrete, scriptural evidence, concrete scriptural evidence that the land of Yasharal is in the south. So let's go to the Bible. And what does the Bible say? What does the word say? To the law and to the testimony. If they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them. That's Isaiah 8, verse 20. So let's go to the law and see what the law says, because the truth, Psalm 119, 142 says, thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth. If you want to find the truth, go to Torah. So let's go to Torah. Let's go to the law in Genesis 13, verse 1. Now, Abraham was in Egypt, and this is what it says of Abraham's journey to the land of Canaan, or Canaan, as they call it. Genesis 13:1. And Abram went up out of Egypt, he and his wife and all that he had, and Lot with him, into the south. Into the south. Now he was going into the land of Canaan. He did not go to the east, as these people have shown us. They have shown us Israel to the east of Egypt. They did not go to the east, they went to the south. But that's not it. Look at this word here. This is the powerful word that we're going to look at. Abraham went up out of Egypt. Now, what does that word up there mean? We're going to see how powerful it is. The word up there is the Hebrew word Allah, a primitive root to ascend. To ascend. You know what does ascend mean? Ascend means to go from a lower point to a higher point. Intransitively be high or active, mount. So when Abraham left out of Egypt to go south into the land of Canaan, he has to climb, he has to go to a higher elevation. It is used in a great variety of senses, primary and secondary, literally and figuratively. Arise up, cause to ascend up. You see how many from beginning is telling us about going up. Break the day up, bring up, cause to burn, carry up, cast up, climb up. I want to go no further. It means to ascend. Now, okay, so guess what we did? We checked out a topographic map of Africa. Now we have Egypt here up in the northeast. And as you can see, Egypt, the northern part of Egypt is green. But going further down, we have the browner areas, which means it's a higher elevation. And we don't even need to check out these maps anyway. The Nile empties itself out at the coast of Egypt. Don't know if you can see the mouse. The Nile empties itself out at the coast of Egypt. Now, for a river to flow to the coast, it has to be coming from a higher elevation. And it is coming from the south all the way, coming down from Egypt, come right down to Ethiopia, I think Sudan, I think Uganda, all of those places. That's where it's coming from a higher elevation, and it is going down. That means if Abraham went up from Egypt, he was going to a higher elevation, going south. You notice the south? How it looks higher. Let me show a couple more maps. Again, look at this one. We see Abraham journeyed south. There's the green part, and then you have the yellowish part, which means it's getting higher and higher until further south you see the south, you see the mountains of the south. So Abraham traveled south, not east, south. Let's give another map for proof. Where are we? Oh, we look at that one. Here's another one. Oh, here's another one. Let me see if I can line this one up. Yeah. If you notice, further south, green up top, where it's emptying, but further south, you see the darker areas, which means the mountains. Abraham journeyed down south. So let's get some proof from the Bible. Let's go to the same Genesis 13, and we'll go at verse 7. So when Abraham went south, this is what he did. When he went south, this is what he did. And there was a strife between the herdmen of Abram's cattle and the herdmen of Lot's cattle, and the Canaanite and the Perizzite dwelled in the land. To show you that when he went south, he went into the land of Canaan. That is where Yasharal is. South, not north, as the lie they told us. And we're going to look in the book of God the Seer, because it's going to show us the prophecy of God the Seer 1,000 years before the birth of Messiah, of what the Edomites would do. Plain and straight. So he went south. So let's look. When he went south, where did he dwell? He dwelt in the land of Canaan. Genesis 13:12. Abram dwelt in the land of Canaan, and Lot dwelled in the cities of the plain, and pitched his tent toward Sodom. That means the land of Canaan is in the south. The land of Canaan is in the south. Abram, let's go back and retract. Abram dwelled in the land of Canaan, but to reach there, he journeyed, went up out of Egypt, which means he went to a higher elevation, and he went into the south. All right, so this one is a very simple one, but let's look in the book of God the Seer. We're going to see how profound it is right now. You haven't heard anything until you see what is written in the book of God the Seer. This is the book of God the Seer. If you remember God, God was the seer of David. So let's go. Chapter 1, verse 1, the first vision. This vision came 1002 BC, 1002 years before the Messiah was reportedly born. In the 31st year of King David's reign in Jerusalem, which is the 38th year of David's reign, the word of Yahuwah came to God the seer in the month of Iyar, near the stream of the Kidron Valley, saying, Thus says Yahuwah, Go, be courageous, and stand in the midst of the stream, and cry in a great voice, Tarry and hasten, tarry and hasten. For there is still a vision for the son of Jesse. And during the cry, face the eastern gate on the east side of the city, and stretch forth your hands toward heaven. And I did exactly what I had been commanded to do. And it came to pass, when I finished crying out, I opened my eyes and saw a yoke of oxen led by a donkey and a camel coming up from the Kidron stream, the donkey on the right side of the yoke and the camel on the left. Now, this is very important. Yes? Very, very important. Look at this very, very carefully. The four mixtures, and it's going to tell you what Edom was given to us for. And we have been telling you about Edom over and over and over again. Even in our last broadcast, we told you about Edom and what Edom was actually used to do. Okay? So let's go. Four mixtures. And a great voice like the roll of thunder was following them, crying with a bitter voice. Now listen to this very carefully. Listen to this very carefully. Seer, seer, seer. These are four mixtures that confuse the people of Yahuwah. Edom was given to us with their mixtures to mix up everything so that we, the people of the Most High, can be confused. That is why they flip everything. And when we come and tell people the truth, they are totally defending the way of Edom, not understanding these things. Yes? Hear it now. For the impure and the pure have been mixed, and then impurity took control over purity. A mixture from Seir or Edom to rule over them, to increase power over and betray a righteous doer, to destroy holiness, to crown wickedness, to set up impure matters in the guise of purity. This is it, people. This is what they do. Even with the time, with everything. This is why they gave us the religion of Christianity. This is why they gave us the religion of Judaism and the false people who say they are Jews and are not. Look at it very carefully. The impure and the pure have been mixed, and then impurity took control over purity. A mixture from Edom to rule over them, to increase power over and betray a righteous doer. So we will be there seeking out righteousness, and we'll be keeping false feasts because of the action of the children of Edom, to destroy holiness, so that as long as we seek to be holy, we cannot be holy. That is why staying in the midst of Babylon, we have been saying over and over again, you cannot be righteous and stay in Babylon, because Edom are the kings of Babylon. Yes? To crown wickedness, to set up impure matters in the guise of purity. So they will look pure. So those people who say they are Jews, they will look righteous. They'll be there keeping the feast, and you say, oh, they are so holy. Oh, they are so this. Oh, they are so devoted to the Most High. Don't let them fool you. Yeah? They are there for deception. So let's go more into the book of God the Seer and see that these people who say they are Jews and are not are actually the children of Edom. Replacement theology. What they do in order to pollute us, they give us replacement theology. What they do, they actually swap out the people of the Most High and give us impure and lies to replace them. Okay? So they did two marvelous jobs with replacement theology. That is Christianity, and the other one is Judaism. And the book of God, the Seer, is going to tell us just that. Okay? So let's go. Woe to you, Edom, that sits in the land of Kittim, in the north of the sea. You see the north again? The land of the north? Edom sits in the land of Kittim. In the book of, was it 10 verse 16, I think? It tells you that the children of Kittim are the Romaim that sit the north of the sea by the river Tibro. Okay? These are the Romans, originally Romans, but then they've mixed themselves with the rest of the Caucasians, and they are now spread throughout Western Europe, Northern Africa, Western Asia, all over North America. For your destroyers will emerge from a terrible nation. They will not even leave you a remnant. For you have said, I sit on high, and only I have a covenant with the Eloah of Elohim. For Yahuwah chose me instead of his set-apart people. That's what they're saying. In Christianity, they tell you that the Most High chose Christians instead of Israelites. In Judaism, they say that they are the chosen people of the Most High. This is it. And hear what Christians say. For he abhorred them. That's what Christians say. These are the children of Edom that gave us this religion, and our people are repeating these abominations, not understanding the work of Edom. Babylon has been a golden cup in Yahuwah's hand. It is the same way Yahuwah has used Edom to get the world drunken, because Edom is synonymous now today with Babylon. And his former people, despised and rejected, did not truly know Yahuwah, because they did not know his son, his image. That's what Christians told you. Okay? We are truly wise and intelligent. We know Yahuwah and his law. We know his image and presence, which is Ruach HaKadosh, or the Holy Spirit. But thus says Yahuwah, because you rose up in pride to brag about the Aluah of Elohim, know that you will perish in your conceitedness. These are the children of Edom is talking about. For why would you put confidence in man, whose life is like a vapor, which begins in the morning and is gone by noonday, placing him to sit beside Aluah? That's what they did with their Jesus Christ, to say Jesus Christ is God. He is, what they say, co-equal, of the same substance, all sorts of things that they say. For it is not you whom I formerly knew. And where is the bill of divorce of my people that you said would be a prey? Show it to me. So the Most High is saying, my people who you said I have cast away, show me the bill of divorce. Because the Most High swore in the book of Jeremiah that he would never ever cast off his people. Let's go and look at it. In the book of Jeremiah, chapter 31, I think it's about verse 35. And he swore that he would never ever give up on his people. Thus saith Yahuwah, which giveth the sun for a light by day, and the ordinances of the moon and of the stars for a light by night, which divideth the sea when the waves thereof roar. Yahuwah Sabaoth is his name. Now the Most High is going to swear that he would never give up his people. If those ordinances, the ordinances of the sun and the moon, that is, depart from before me, saith Yahuwah, then the seed of Yasharal also shall cease from being a nation before me forever. So as long as the sun and the moon rise and set, he says, the seed of Yasharal will never ever cease from being a nation before him forever. And then he's going to swear again. Thus saith Yahuwah, if heaven above can be measured, and the foundations of the earth searched out beneath, I will also cast off all the seed of Yasharal for all that they have done, saith Yahuwah. So he's swearing again. If you can measure the heaven, if you can measure the foundations of the earth and search it out, then, only then will I cast off all the seed of Yasharal for all that they have done, which means no matter what they have done, no matter what evil they have done, he will never, ever cast them off. Wow, what a love. What a commitment. What a love. So let's continue. Judgment of Rome. He's going to tell you the judgment of Rome, the judgment of Edom, and he's going to tell you that the people who say they are Jews, the children of Ashkenaz, the Ashkenazi Jews, the Sephardic Jews, he's going to tell you that they are the children of Edom. Let's go. Your corpses shall fall among my people. O jealous Yahuwah, come out of your place and smite Edom. Consume them. Come to Zarephath. Come to Sepharad. Come to Ashkenaz. Come to Jarmania. They shall come and fall in the lowest pit of destruction and in the shadow of death, for your mouth will fail you, and no one will help you. What is this? Zarephath. They say is a place over there in Palestine. But look at this, Sepharad. These are the Sephardic Jews. I think it's the second largest group of Jews today. Come to Ashkenaz, the Ashkenazi Jews. Come to Jarmania. The Yiddish that they speak is said to originate from Germany. This is no flukes, people. These people are the children of Edom, the so-called, they who say they are Jews and are not, but are of the synagogue of Satan. So let's go back to where it tells us in the book of God, the seer. We're going to finish it off with the function of the children of Edom. Verse 6, chapter 1. And a great voice like the roll of thunder was following them, crying with a bitter voice, Seer, seer, seer. These are four mixtures that confuse the people of Yahuwah. So now the Most High is opening up our eyes. Please do not be confused anymore. For the impure and the pure have mixed. So what they do, they mix the truth with lies. That's why we tell people Christianity has a little bit of truth and a lot of lies. Judaism has a little bit of truth and a lot of lies. It's the same thing. The impure and the pure have been mixed. And then impurity took control over purity. A mixture from Seir or Edom to rule over them. So they are given to rule over us, the people of the Most High, and over the world. That is why it says in 2 Ezra 6 verse 9, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So they are given to rule over us now, to increase power over and betray a righteous doer. So they are sent to betray us, to destroy holiness, to crown wickedness, to set up impure matters in the guise of purity. So they are sent to lead us astray, to make sure that we cannot walk in the way of the Most High, to set up impure matters in the guise of purity. That is what they have done by setting up their false time, their false northern hemisphere time system. All right? So when we read this, we should have no doubt. We should have no doubt as to the lies of these people and the fact that we have proven that it is in the southern hemisphere that the nation of Yasharal was, and it was not in the northern hemisphere. The northern hemisphere is another lie from the children of Edom, another of the drunkenness of Babylon, designed to make us unrighteous, to get us to transgress against the Most High. But the Most High made it so because he says, and ye shall seek me and find me when you shall search for me with all your heart. The Most High allows those obstacles, so only those who are seeking him with all our hearts will be able to find him. The Most High is like someone, a partner that we're seeking, and you have to do everything and pull out all the stops to convince that partner to actually want to be in a relationship with you. It's the same thing. Most High allows this to happen. It's for us to seek out the truth and to find him. All right. So this is part 2 of why biblical. I cannot even remember the the title. Why the Bible took place in the southern hemisphere. Why the year begins in September, and not in March, as the northern hemisphere people do it. All right. So thank you all for watching. Please share this with someone, and please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. The comments are very edifying and very encouraging, and of course, they help the algorithm so that the video will move and more people will be able to see it. All right. So, Zach Eliyahu here on behalf of the Just the Word family. Until next time, Shalom.